and a very good morning to all of you and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. So as we all know, from Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. in the morning, we come up with the Hindu analysis. Today is 9th May, आज 9th May है, that is Tuesday, and we are here with the Hindu analysis of Tuesday. जैसा कि आपको पता है, Monday से Thursday को we come up with the Hindu analysis, आज Tuesday है. So let's discuss the important articles of today. मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Am I audible? Okay. So this is an article in Imphal State Relief Camp Lose Tribals Trust. Then there's an article about crisis in Manipur has humanitarian problem. That is what the Supreme Court has said. And this is about court's order will be discussed with all stakeholders. So basically all these three articles is associated with Manipur. So you must be knowing, I hope you are aware that Imphal is actually the capital of Manipur. I hope कि आपको पता होगा. जैसे अगर ये नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट है ना, this is let me make this rough sketch. So this is the northeastern state portion of India. So somewhere here you will find Manipur state, and the capital is Imphal. Okay. मैंने कल भी डिस्कस किया था. In yesterday's class, I have discussed who is the chief minister, he belongs to which political party and all. So please go and watch yesterday's session also. ठीक है? अब देखो. I hope you are aware that there was some violence that happened in the last few days, and there are actually two communities living. One is called as Kuki, another is called as Meeti. So these are two tribal communities in Manipur. So this can be the question, like they can say कि Meeti is in the news, and what is that? So they will be giving four options like that. Okay, and you have to identify which is correct. So इस तरह के options दे सकते हैं वो. So that is why you should have a basic idea about it. Now, so what actually happened was एक basic थोड़ा सा idea लेते हैं, बहुत detail में नहीं जाएंगे. Mr. Amit Shah, the Home Minister of India, has said that court's order will be discussed with all stakeholders. तो पहले आप समझो ये है क्या चीज. Then you will be able to understand. Actually, a few days back, a Manipur High Court passed an order that scheduled tribe status should be given to Meeti community. Okay. And actually the Manipur High Court has said yes and about it, and the Manipur High Court on 27th March said directed the government to submit a recommendation for inclusion of Meiteis into scheduled tribe list, asking to consider proposal preferably within 4 weeks. The final decision, however, will be taken by the central government. This has been opposed by 34 scheduled tribes in Manipur that comprises 41% of state population. So basically the Manipur High Court said that Meiti community should be given the scheduled tribe status. And the Manipur High Court actually told the state government that you should pass this advice to the central government and all. Okay. Now this was actually not liked by some other tribes. So 34 tribes actually opposed it. Just have an idea about it. So first of all, you have to understand this is an advice. This is not a binding order. Okay. Just have an idea about it. And it has been clarified by the Supreme Court also. And that is what you can see. The crisis in Manipur is a humanitarian problem, says the Supreme Court. So first of all, this is here what actually the Supreme Court said, that it is the president and not the High Court who has power to designate a community as scheduled tribe. So the Supreme Court said that whether a tribe should be categorized as a scheduled tribe or not, it is not the High Court who should decide, but it is the President of India who will be deciding. Okay. So it was just, Manipur High Court passed an advice. It was a sort of an advice, not a binding order. ठीक है, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इसको क्लैरिफाई किया कि राष्ट्रपति डिसाइड करते हैं कि कौन से नए ट्राइब को शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब में डाला जाएगा. वो जो मणिपुर का हाई कोर्ट था, एक तरह से ऑर्डर था, वो एक तरह से मतलब ओपिनियन एडवाइस टाइप का था. ठीक है. सो हियर व्हिच द क्वेश्चन इज नाउ, सिंस वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस, you must be knowing which article of the constitution talks about president having the power to designate a tribe as scheduled tribe. Your options are article 341, 342, 331, 343. What is the right answer to this question? Yes. आप ये बताओ कि कौन से आर्टिकल में ये मेंशन्ड है कि प्रेसिडेंट के पास पावर होता है कि वो डिसाइड करे कि इस ट्राइब को शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब में डाला जाए. So this is the power of the president, of course, on the advice of central government, advice of Union Council of Minister, है ना. Union Council of Minister means central government, है ना. So you can say it is the central government who advises the president, yeah, that you should be adding this community into scheduled tribe. So which article talks about that? Yes, Anisha Kumari, Kamlesh, you all are right. Option B, 342 is the right answer to this question. Okay. So president may, with respect to union or state government, respect to any state or union territory where it is a state, after consultation with governor thereof, by public notification, a specified tribe or tribal community within the tribal community which shall be for the purpose of the constitution be treated as scheduled tribe. तो राष्ट्रपति जो हैं वो डिक्लेयर करते हैं शेड्यूल ट्राइब कि ये वाली ट्राइब शेड्यूल ट्राइब होगी. अगर स्टेट है तो गवर्नर से ओपिनियन लेकर के, अदरवाइज अगर यूनियन टेरिटरी है तो डायरेक्टली. ठीक है, इज इट क्लियर? सो इट इज द प्रेसिडेंट हु डिक्लेयर्स एनी ट्राइब to be considered in the category of scheduled tribe, because if a tribe is considered as scheduled tribe, they get some benefits, extra benefit, right? So just have an idea about it. And if it is a state, then they ask the president, ask the opinion. Consultation means advice, ask the opinion of the governor. So that is what the Supreme Court highlighted this, that it is the president who decides. तो यही बात जब आ रही थी ना कि मणिपुर हाई कोर्ट ने कैसे कह दिया, मतलब मणिपुर हाई कोर्ट just gave an opinion that yes, this community should be added in scheduled tribe. Otherwise, it is not the High Court. Rather, the Supreme Court clarified it that it is not the High Court, rather the President who has the power to decide it. And that is why Mr. Amit Shah said कि we will discuss it with all stakeholders. यानी सारे लोगों से discuss करेंगे पहले the Manipur High Court order, and then we will be deciding things. है ना? Discussion means we'll be having every people from every community leaders will be there. Where discussion will happen and then after we will take any decision. ठीक है, तो इसी की बात हो रही. जो कि 342 न्यूज में तो मैंने बता दिया है ना. तो इट से सुप्रीम कोर्ट कॉल्स मणिपुर क्राइसिस ह्यूमैनिटेरियन प्रॉब्लम, एम्फसाइजेस नीड फॉर प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ डिस्प्लेस्ड पर्सन, रिलीजियस प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप. तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ये कहा कि जो लोग डिस्प्लेस हो गए अपने घर से, वो वापस उनको प्रोटेक्शन मिलना चाहिए. कोई भी रिलीजियस प्लेसेस पर अटैक नहीं होना चाहिए, सब प्रोटेक्टेड होना चाहिए. दैट इज व्हाट हैज बीन टॉक्ड अबाउट. ओके, so that is why it has clarified it is the president and not the High Court who has the power to designate a community as scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. So scheduled caste के लिए 341 है and scheduled tribe के लिए 342 है. Okay, so just be crystal clear in this matter. We have made our concern explicit about the need for protection of people and property and need for restitution and stabilization. ठीक है, so just have an idea about it. आप hopefully आप मोटा मोटी समझ गए. ठीक है, so just be clear about it, है ना. So 341, 342 ये सब पता होना चाहिए आपको. Okay, खास के 342 it is in the news, so you should be knowing it. The next is who is the chairperson of Financial Stability and Development Council. Your options are Niti Aayog Vice Chairman, Finance Secretary, RBI Governor, Finance Minister. Your time starts now. बताओ. सबको लाइक बटन प्रेस करते जाओ guys. Everyone please press the like button. Financial Stability Development Council के चेयरपर्सन. Actually, this line came on the first page in today's The Hindu newspaper. So hopefully you are aware of that. तो मैंने कुछ hint भी बताया. If the two options are close to each other, the chances of one of them to be right is very high. देखो ये दोनों option करीब है कि नहीं एक दूसरे से, है ना? So either 2 or 4 would be the right answer. ठीक है? Why I'm saying, because yes, this works a lot of time in the exam. The right answer is Finance Minister is the chairperson of Financial Stability and Development Council. So D is the right answer to this question. So Union Finance Minister on Monday asked financial sector regulators to be on their toes to ensure daunting challenges. देखो यहाँ पे लिखा भी है कि chairing the Financial Stability and Development Council. So she is, the Finance Minister of India, Miss Nirmala Sitharaman, is the chairperson of Financial Stability and डेवलपमेंट काउंसिल. अब देखो उसमें क्या लिखा, बी वेयर ऑफ ग्लोबल स्ट्रेस स्पिल ओवर. ये क्या होता है स्पिल ओवर मतलब? कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज स्पिल ओवर? देखो मैं बताता हूँ व्हाट इज स्पिल ओवर. देखिए इसमें कोई आदमी पानी भर रहा है, द पर्सन इज फिलिंग द वाटर इनसाइड द ग्लास. अगर ये कंटिन्यूअसली भरते रहेंगे तो क्या होगा? ए टाइम विल कम व्हेन इट विल एक्चुअली फुल गेट्स फुल. और अगर भरेंगे तो क्या होगा? बाहर गिर जाएगा. If I fill further, then what will happen? Spillover will happen. इसको कहते हैं spillover. पानी गिलास से बाहर गिर जाएगा. Yes, so that is called as spillover. हम बोलोगे सर इसका इकोनॉमी से क्या लेना देना, सो इसका लेना देना है, इसका मतलब ये हुआ बिहेवियर ऑफ ग्लोबल स्ट्रेस स्पिल ओवर। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, जैसे मान लीजिए कोई कंट्री, इफ देयर इज अ कंट्री एक्स वाई जेड, इट इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम ग्लोबल जैसे फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस, रिसेशन आ गया, मे बी लाइक श्रीलंका और एनी अदर कंट्री यू कैन से, इट इज हैविंग फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम्स। नाउ it may impact India also, because India, the world is now globalized economy. The impact of other countries, we can say recession can happen to some extent on India. So कोई भी इंडिया तो अदर कंट्री, मान लीजिए यूएस में कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ, तो इंडिया यूएस का ट्रेड है, तो यहाँ कुछ गड़बड़ होगा तो थोड़ा बहुत इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा। If UK में finances get disturbed, if Sri Lanka the finances get disturbed, because the entire world is interconnected. We are living in a globalized world. So if there is recession or bad economy in some country, it might affect us also, even if our is working fine. तो यही बता रहे हैं कि ग्लोबल स्ट्रेस के स्पिल ओवर से बचना है, यानी दूसरे का इंपैक्ट हम पे ना पड़ जाए, तो उसके लिए हमको रेडी रहना चाहिए, राइट? इज इट क्लियर? इज इट क्लियर? स्पिल ओवर का अंदर समझे, दूसरे का इंपैक्ट। हाँ, सो डॉन्टिंग चैलेंजेस, डॉन्टिंग का मतलब क्या था? बहुत टफ, डॉन्टिंग, एक्सट्रीमली टफ चैलेंजेस, बहुत मुश्किल चैलेंज को। इमर्जिंग फ्रॉम द ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी डोंट अफेक्ट द स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ इंडियाज फाइनेंशियल मार्केट। So she said कि we have to be very much careful. She asked financial regulators. Regulators मतलब कौन हो सकते हैं? So SBI, SEBI is a regulator, RBI is a regulator, right? Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, all the finance related regulatory body. They have to be extremely cautious that any impact in other countries should not be affecting us, or the impact should be as least as possible. यानी दूसरे कंट्री में कोई ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस आया या दूसरे कंट्री में फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम्स आया, तो हमको कम से कम, मिनिमम से मिनिमम असर करे हमारी इकोनॉमी को। दैट इज द आइडिया अबाउट इट। ठीक है, स्पिल ओवर समझ गए, है ना? ओके, नाउ पेज नंबर स्टेट्स में आई थिंक 3 या 4 नंबर पेज में था, केरला ऑर्डर्स जुडिशियल प्रोब इनटू बोट ट्रेजेडी। In yesterday's class, that is on 8th May class, we had discussed it. कल की क्लास में हम लोगों ने ये डिस्कस कराया था that what happened was in Kerala, actually the boat got capsized. बोट पलट गई थी because I think the boat was supposed to put 25 people on it, but it was having 50 people on it. The locals said like that कि 25 लोग बैठ सकते थे, उसमें 50 लोग बैठ गए तो भारी पड़ गया, तो उलट गया बोट। So of course the Kerala has ordered judicial probe. जब भी judicial probe का मतलब, probe का मतलब क्या? जांच। Let me write it here. Probe मतलब जांच, है ना? And judicial means a judiciary will be there. I mean, so at least the head should be a judge or a retired judge, है ना? So if there is a commission is set up and the chairman of that commission is a judge, serving judge or a sitting judge or a retired judge, we call it as a judicial probe. Probe मतलब जांच करना, है ना? To find out who are responsible, है ना? Etc. and all. So that is what you should be. Boat owner has been arrested from Kozhikode and all. Just have an idea about it. ठीक है? तो अब देखते हैं इसका। Mallapuram is the name of the district where actually this unfortunate incident happened. ठीक है? So the government has decided to give ex gratia of 10 lakh rupees. Ex gratia समझते हो ना? So to the relative, actually the one who died. So their relatives are given some sort of compensation for their deaths and all. Okay, so just have an idea. Hyderabad woman 9 persons killed in Texas shooting. Yes, Texas is actually a province actually in USA. देखो ये इस टाइप की न्यूज आई थी कल भी. Children among 8 were killed at a Texas mall shooting and all. So here is India. This is USA. Okay, US में ये एक बड़ा सा, काफी बड़ा स्टेट है. That's called as Texas. It's a very huge state of USA. And if you believe कि देखो जो इंडिया है ना और टेक्सास, इसका ना लैटिट्यूड मोर और लेस सेम पर है. And that is why generally we believe that in USA there is a cold climate. But in the region of Texas, the climate is very similar to India. ठीक है? So those who are living, Indian living Texas are aware of this. तो वहां एक और इंडियन ही लड़की थी, उसका भी डेथ हो गया उसी में, शूटिंग में. Someone opened the fire and all, killed some people and all. And she was from Hyderabad. She also died in this. So just have an idea about it. Okay. Yes, before moving on, it is a small announcement on 21st May at 6 p.m. We'll be having Alpa ma'am. Okay. Yes. and she will be discussing about strategies to ace NLU call in CLAT 2024. So please, the link is given in the description from where you can register for this. And we are running this course, and for that we are running this actually scholarship test. If you qualify it, you will get up to 90% discount. The exam is on 14th May at 11 a.m. in the morning. Attempt it and avail these benefits. If you qualify it, you will get up to 90% discount on this course. 300 plus recording video, 300 plus hours of live session, 35 plus mock tests are there. If you have question, call on this number 9538895678 पे call कर सकते हो. Okay? Yes. अच्छा, एक चीज और small announcement है. Every Monday at 6 p.m. I mean, in this month, I am running this course. Yesterday, I have also did. Now, on the next May ko, next 15 May, next Monday ko. So, whatever we are discussing question, the Hindu analysis question paper, right? I am giving you questions also. So, now I am just doing a revision series. So, from February onwards, okay, that whatever we discuss the questions of the Hindu analysis in February, I am just doing this revision here in this class every Monday. So next Monday also will be revision, and next to next Monday is 22nd May, and next to next Monday is 29th May. So on these Monday session at 6 p.m. on our app, तो आपको app download करना होगा, BYJU'S exam prep app, download it, go to CLAT section, and I'll be meeting you on next Monday as well at 6 p.m. ठीक है? Okay, the next is People's Liberation Army is an army of India, China, USA, UK. What is the right answer to this question? क्या सही जवाब बताइए? सबको लाइक बटन प्रेस करते जाओ गाइस, एवरीवन. यस. People's Liberation Army is an army of. Yes, the right answer is China. I think ये तो पता होगा. Yes, Priya Chavan Panchadi, you all are right. B is the right answer to this question. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर एक आर्टिकल है, this one, India China strategy needs to be debated. Okay, yes. The right answer is 2. Yes, B is the right answer. Yes, B is the right answer. देखो, Mr. Shashi Tharoor, he is Congress MP from Thiruvananthapuram, and he has been a former official in United Nations and all. So he is writing about this, that recently 11 places of Arunachal Pradesh have been renamed by China. I hope you remember that. ये वाले news last month. China announces renaming of 11 places in Arunachal Pradesh, including one close to Itanagar. So this is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so China calls it as Zhangnan or South Tibet. This is the word used by China. Okay, so and it has announced that renaming 11 places. So India answered it back. इसमें उसने बात भी किया है ना. India responded typically by rejecting out these claims and all. तो इंडिया ने उसको फौरन जवाब दिया कि नहीं, ये हमारा टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी है. I mean, this Arunachal is our part, so there is no meaning of China renaming these, and it has no meaning at all. So that is what he is talking about. ठीक है, इसी सब की बात कर रहे हैं. Then yes, something yet to be resolved since Galwan Valley clashes. ये भी I hope you are aware. यहाँ पे कहीं पे गलवान वैली है. Galwan Valley clashes happen in June 2020. I hope you are aware of that. जून 2020 में गलवान वैली क्लैश हुआ था. So this was also in the news and all. So इसी की वो बात कर रहे हैं. And then according to he saying India has lost 26 out of 65 patrolling point in eastern Ladakh, according to a research paper published by a senior police officer at annual police meet in Delhi. So Mr. Shashi Tharoor is saying कि पेट्रोल पॉइंट यहाँ पे होता है ना, जैसे गलवान वैली था PP14. This was asked in CLAT exam कि गलवान वैली clashes happened. So what is the name of that patrolling point? उसको PP14 कहते हैं. उस तरह PP13, PP14, 15A. अच्छा, एक होमवर्क है, फाइंड आउट करो कि यहाँ पे गोगरा पोस्ट है, वो कौन सा पेट्रोल पॉइंट है, और इसके नीचे हॉट स्प्रिंग, वो कौन सा पेट्रोल पॉइंट है. सो गो एंड फाइंड आउट. हॉट स्प्रिंग इज विच पेट्रोल पॉइंट एंड गोगरा इज विच विच पेट्रोल पॉइंट. ठीक है, इस तरह क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है क्लैट में कि जैसे गलवान वैली में पूछा था. So they asked कि Galwan Valley is which petrol point? So the answer was petrol point 14. Okay, this type of questions have been asked. So Mr. Shashi Tharoor saying कि India has lost 26 out of 65 patrolling points in eastern Ladakh. मतलब ये eastern Ladakh ये वाला region है. This is eastern Ladakh. and he is quoting a senior police officer who submitted this report at an annual police meet in Delhi, etc. So basically, if you read it carefully, he's talking about Gogra, Pangong Tso Lake. ये भी Pangong Tso Lake है यहाँ पे कहीं पे. Pangong Tso Lake. Here also the clashes happened. साफ से लिख देते हैं PANGON, Pangong Tso Lake. Here also the clashes have happened and all. So basically, yes, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे गोगरा है, यहाँ पे नॉर्थ बैंक है, ये हॉट स्प्रिंग है, यहाँ पे गोगरा है, एंड दिस इज गलवान वैली. यहाँ पर क्लैशेस हुआ था, गलवान वैली क्लैशेस, ये जो दिखा रहे हैं ना ये पे. So just have an idea about that. Otherwise, I have discussed this in detail in the paid classes. LOC, LAC. Please go and read about it. LOC, line of actual control, line of control. I have discussed it. Why? The reason why the Galwan Valley clashes happen and all. In the paid session, we have discussed it in detail. Okay. So basically, since Mr. Shashi Tharoor is actually criticizing some of the against the decision of government and all. So of course he's actually from opposition, so he'll be slightly critical and all. So इसी को he is quoting different things and all. Just for example, he is quoting that yes, India's trade dependence on China has crossed $100 billion. Yes. If we see it carefully, this is a January news. India-China trade climbs to $135.98 billion in 2022, says report. And out of that, $100 billion trade deficit हुआ. You understand trade deficit समझते हो? आप trade deficit समझते हो? When import is greater than export. So we are importing more from China and exporting less to China. So our trade deficit is almost around $100 billion. यानी हम लोग ज्यादा खरीद रहे हैं और सेल कम करें चाइना को. So that is what it was in the news in January, that India's import from China reached high in 2022. Trade deficit surges beyond $100 billion. Okay, so that is what is being talked about here. ठीक है, उसी की वो बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, so अब देखो थोड़ा सा he is actually slightly critical of the government. So you can read it about it. He is saying कि 1962 war. I hope you are aware एक war हुआ था इंडिया चाइना के बीच. 1962 इंडिया चाइना war happened. So just have an idea, हो सकता है ये पूछ लें कभी. So he is talking about that 1962 war and pre-1962 engagement with communist China. तो अब इतना डिटेल हिस्ट्री नहीं जानना है आपको, ठीक है, इतना रिसर्च नहीं करना, बट जस्ट हैव एन आइडिया अबाउट इट. सो इसीलिए हम बहुत डिटेल में नहीं जा रहे हैं. ही इज गोइंग टू मच इन डिटेल. एक चीज ये याद रखना है, ही इज कोटिंग दिस 1267 यूनाइटेड नेशन सैंक्शन कमेटी 1267, ये याद रखना है. This sanction committee actually puts sanction on terrorists and all. Sanction में तो क्या होता है? A sort of boycott, economic boycott you can say ना. So sanction on Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, Taliban, and 1267. So India pushed that Masood Azhar should also be blacklisted under 1267 sanction committee, and finally he was blacklisted. Okay, so this was considered as India's diplomatic win also, that he was blacklisted. So he's talking about that as well. ये 2-3 साल पहले की news, I think 2 or 3 years back this had happened. So ये सब चीज एक basic idea आपको होना चाहिए, ठीक है. अब साइड में एक आर्टिकल था ऑफ होप एंड विजिलेंस. WHO's announcement gives hope, but there is a message of caution. Yesterday's class I have discussed it that देखो यहाँ पे डेट लिखा होगा January 2020, so almost 3 years back, more than 3 years back. WHO declared COVID-19 to be what? PHEIC, Public Health Emergency of International Concern. Public Health Emergency. Health Emergency of International Concern. International Concern. So this was declared 3 years back. Now it is no more a PHEIC. Now अभी भी recently announced किया कि अब Public Health Emergency नहीं है. But this does not mean कि COVID is completely over. It is just saying it is not an international emergency now. मतलब इतना बुरा हाल नहीं है कि international emergency है. But still we have to be cautious. कुछ चीजें आपको पता होना चाहिए. WHO has been in the news for the past 3 years, so you should be knowing who is the Director General of WHO. So the answer is Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Okay, first thing you should be knowing. Where is the headquarter of WHO? I hope you are aware. मैंने कई बार बताया है. Geneva, Switzerland is the headquarter of WHO. ठीक है. और हाँ 1948, very good. So actually Geneva, Switzerland, and Geneva में WHO, WTO, WMO सबको headquarter है. Okay. Can anyone tell me when do we celebrate World Health Day? ये पूछा हुआ भी question recently. MHCT में पूछा था आई थिंक। When do we celebrate World Health Day? कब मनाया जाता है, कोई बता सकता है? Anyone? So देखो, I have told you, I still remember 7th April 1948 WHO was formed. 1948, sorry. Okay, and that is why 7th April is celebrated as World Health Day. और यही तो पूछा था MHCT में, मैंने कई बार पढ़ा रखा है ये. This I have taught many times. I hope you are aware of that. तो WHO से रिलेटेड वर्ल्ड हेल्थ डे, अब ये पूछेंगे इस साल, दिस ईयर 7th April 2023, what was the theme of World Health Day? This is the homework. After the class is over, write it in the comment. नीचे जो कमेंट है ना, स्टैटिक कमेंट, उसमें लिख दीजिएगा कि वर्ल्ड हेल्थ डे का 7 अप्रैल को हुआ था, उसका थीम क्या था इस साल. ओके, सो बी अवेयर ऑफ इट, यू शुड बी नोइंग इट. तो इसी से रिलेटेड है, कोविड से रिलेटेड चीजें हैं कि उसको बहुत सारे मल्टीपल वेरिएंट्स आए थे कोविड के, अल्फा वेरिएंट, बीटा वेरिएंट, डेल्टा वेरिएंट, ओमिक्रॉन वेरिएंट, द मोस्ट डेंजरस, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डेंजरस व्हिच किल्ड सो मेनी पीपल इन इंडिया, आई मीन इन सेकंड वेव वाज परहैप्स डेल्टा वेरिएंट, इससे बहुत नुकसान हुआ था. ये सब तो आपको पता ही होगा. So some of the very famous vaccines, you are aware of that. एक है कोवैक्सीन, कोविशील्ड were two very famous, है ना. Then we came up with इनकोवैक, फिर और भी बहुत सारी वैक्सीन आना शुरू होगी. वर्ल्ड लेवल पे फाइजर इज मॉडर्नाइज्ड देयर. यू शुड बी नोइंग दीज थिंग्स. ठीक है, तो एक बस बेसिक आइडिया होना चाहिए. ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दिस वन, बुद्धिज्म इंडिया सॉफ्ट पावर प्रोजेक्शन टूल. अब आप समझते हो, देखो एक चीज होती है, होते हैं हार्ड पावर एंड अनदर इज कॉल्ड एज सॉफ्ट पावर. पावर क्या होता है? पावर इज द इज द टूल विद द हेल्प ऑफ व्हिच यू इन्फ्लुएंस अदर्स डिसीजन, है ना. सो हार्ड पावर मिलिट्री पावर कहते हैं, जैसे आर्मी की पावर हो, so उसको कहते हैं हार्ड पावर. बट नॉट ओनली हार्ड पावर, सॉफ्ट पावर हैज आल्सो ह्यूज इंपैक्ट ऑन अदर्स. तो सॉफ्ट पावर में कैसे आता है? जैसे फिल्म्स, ठीक है. फिर और क्या हो सकता है? कल्चर, लाइक मोदी जी टॉक्ड अबाउट योगा, है ना. So international yoga day was declared, so it will be having impact on others. Films, Indian films are not watched only in India but in other countries also, so it is having an impact. Religion, culture, and etc. So these also have a huge impact on others. Like जैसे कहा जाता है कि सॉफ्ट पावर में यूएसए इज परहैप्स नंबर 1, बिकॉज यूएसए का सॉफ्ट पावर बहुत इंपैक्ट डालता है अदर प्लेसेस में. लाइक मेनी पीपल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड अडॉप्ट्स यूएस कल्चर, राइट. द ड्रेस कल्चर, द ईटिंग कल्चर, खाना. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई भी खाना बताओ जो, लेट्स से पिज्जा, आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक पिज्जा वी हैव टेकन फ्रॉम इटली, इट्स फेमस फ्रॉम इटली, है ना. लाइक चाउमीन, इट्स फेमस इन चाइना. ठीक है, इस तरह की चीजें. हाँ, फूड कल्चर, फिल्म. तो इंडिया के बहुत सारे फूड है, जैसे वी मेक समोसा, इंडियन फूड, है ना. मैंगो इज एक्चुअली द साइंटिफिक नेम इज मैंगीफेरा इंडिका. तो ये सब इंडिया का, मेड इन इंडिया खाना है ना. सो दिस इज द कल्चरल इम्पैक्ट वी डू. सो इसका भी बहुत रोल होता है डिप्लोमेसी में. यू वोंट बिलीव, बट यस, द पावर ऑफ सॉफ्ट पावर इज वेरी स्ट्रांग. ठीक है. सो ही इज टॉकिंग बुद्धिज्म एज इंडिया सॉफ्ट पावर. So why is Buddhism India soft power? Because first of all, शायद आपको पता होगा, I hope you are aware, Buddhism, Gautam Buddha was born, I mean Gautam Buddha stayed most of his life in India region, है ना. ठीक है. So the idea of the religion of Buddhism is having a birth in India, or I would say in Bihar state. Okay, I will be explaining, just wait. So he's talking about that there is much significance to India having hosted 2-day Buddhist summit in New Delhi, which was organized by Ministry of Culture. तो ये है Global Buddhist Summit. It happened on 28th April, hardly 20 days back in New Delhi, and Modi ji also was present there. ठीक है. So ये Global Buddhist Summit he is talking about. ठीक है. So Ministry of Culture organized it. The summit saw participation of key figures, including Dalai Lama. He is a very famous Buddhist leader, PM Modi, and other people also. है ना. So that is what he is talking about. Now first answer this question. Name the place where Gautam Buddha was born. Kushinagar, Lumbini, Bodh Gaya, Sarnath. What is the right answer? गौतम बुद्ध जी की पैदाइश कहाँ हुई थी? Anyone? Someone has answered it. Gauri Singh Lumbini. हाँ, yes. Actually he was born in Nepal. Although most of his life was in actually modern day India region. He got enlightenment here, है ना? Enlightenment, बोध गया. ठीक है. So the right answer is B. Yes, Priya Chavan, Rashmikant, Pragati, Zoya, you all right, हाँ. So that is what is being talked about कि India is developing Buddhist tourist circuit. देखो अब इसका क्यों महत्व है मैं बताता हूँ. देखो if you are aware, कहाँ चला गया? Here is somewhere ये बिहार यूपी और नेपाल के बॉर्डर पे somewhere here is Lumbini. Okay, where Gautam Buddha was born. Then he got enlightenment in here is Patna. उसके साउथ में जाओगे यहाँ पे एक जगह गया. Bodh Gaya is a place. So where he got enlightenment. Now Bodh Gaya is very important tourist place for actually people coming from Buddhist countries. So जैसे for example like people from Thailand, Myanmar, इस region में Buddhism बहुत है. In fact, Japan. So these are famous for Buddhism. Now so people, in fact Sri Lanka. So actually the president, the prime minister of these countries do come to Bodh Gaya. वो आते हैं इस जगह पर, ठीक है, to for their visit. So this is their actually religious center, आप समझ लो कह सकते हो. So these people, I mean people from these countries do come. So if we are promoting this Buddhist tourist destination, I mean Buddhist tourist circuit नाम रखा गया. Buddhist tourist circuit मतलब ये जैसे for example जैसे हमें कुशीनगर है, राजगीर, नालंदा है, गया है, वाराणसी है. These are the important Buddhist spot. So if we are connecting these things properly with roads, trains and all, that will be considered as Buddhist tourist circuit. So if this tourism is promoted, then people from Buddhist countries will be more coming. So we'll be having not only government to government trade, but people to people trade also. And people to people interaction will be more. So when there will be more interaction, more trade and commerce will happen. है ना, जब लोग ज्यादा आपस में मिलते हैं तभी ना ट्रेड होगा, लोग का ट्रस्ट डेफिसिट खत्म होगा, फिर ट्रेड होगा. सो इससे डिप्लोमेसी में और फायदा होगा. विल बी हैविंग मोर बेटर रिलेशंस एंड ऑल. तो इसी की बात करें बुद्धिज्म एज अ सॉफ्ट पावर की, ठीक है, इसी के बारे में पूरा इंटायर है. सो मिस्टर मोदी सेड ड्यूरिंग रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर इन द बैकड्रॉप ऑफ दैट इंडिया हैज नॉट गिवन युद्ध रादर बुद्ध, है ना. तो इंडिया ने युद्ध नहीं दिया है दुनिया को, बल्कि गौतम बुद्ध दिया है, ठीक है. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग टॉक्ड अबाउट. अब इसमें इतना डिटेल नहीं जाना है. So that is you should be knowing it, है ना. Belt and Road Initiative मैंने बता दिए थे पढ़ने के लिए. These are some of the important Buddhist sites. Bodh Gaya, where he got enlightenment. Sarnath, he gave his first speech. Kushinagar is the place where Gautam Buddha ji died. So this is also important. You will find this in East UP. So ये सब important Buddhist site है. Okay. So people from Thailand and Cambodia do also come, है ना, कहा ना. So favorite sites से जहाँ से लोग आते हैं, तो यहाँ पे Thailand है, यहाँ पर Cambodia है, ठीक है. So just have an idea about that. तो इसी को वो कोट कर रहे हैं, है ना. Just have an idea. जापान, ताइवान, है ना, मैंने बताया. So these are actually the people from these countries do come and all. Okay, yes. Indian Council of Cultural Relation can play an important role. देखो ये ICCR है, Indian Council of Cultural Relation. It is an autonomous organization established by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, the first Education Minister of India, to promote cultural relations and all, है ना. तो कल्चरल रिलेशन वगैरह प्रमोट करने के लिए हेडक्वार्टर न्यू दिल्ली में एटसेट्रा. सो यू शुड बी नोइंग. ओके, यस, ओके. तो अब ये बात कर रहे हैं कि फिल्म लिंक आल्सो, है ना, कि सॉफ्ट पावर में होता है ना कि हॉलीवुड एंड ऑल, बुद्धिज्म थ्रू सिनेमा प्रमोशन. G20 summit is also happening, so we can promote the Buddhist diplomacy also in this. और ये आपको पता होगा, ये वो बता रहे हैं कि one earth, one family, one future is our theme this year of G20 summit and all. ये सब पता होगा hopefully. We have discussed so many times, है ना. Vasudev Kutumbakam we call it in Sanskrit language. Okay. फिर एक साइड में आर्टिकल, तो वही केरला बोट ट्रेजेडी, we have already discussed it. Yesterday क्लास में मैंने डिटेल में डिस्कस किया है. Just search BYJU'S CLAT 8th May The Hindu. You will get this video. Watch it, where we have discussed about it in detail. ठीक है. Okay. Kerala has ordered judicial inquiry. ये सब मैंने डिस्कस करा लिया ऑलरेडी, ठीक है. Maoists are still a threat. This is by Colonel Shashank Ranjan. He has written an article. देखो ये वाला इंसिडेंट हुआ था भी रिसेंटली. दांतेवाड़ा, which is a place in Chhattisgarh, witnessed a Maoist attack on police officials, and that is why it was in the news. I hope आपको पता होगा. तो उसी पर उन्होंने लिखा है कि the district reserve guard officials and a civilian driver was killed in a blast in IED explosive and all near Aranpur village in Dantewada district. The blast occurred some 6 months before assembly elections and all. So that is what he is talking. ये छत्तीसगढ़ है ना, यहाँ पर दांतेवाड़ा है, ये वाला. So these are actually the you can say मतलब ये वाला रीजन जो है, सब रीजन है, बहुत जगह नक्सलाइट अफेक्टेड बेल्ट you can say is this. Okay, while it is a fact that Maoists have been on the back foot for some time, to dismiss their capability to strike at all, especially in their stronghold, would be a mistake. वो ये कह रहे हैं, मतलब कुछ लोग ये समझ रहे थे शुरू इनिशियली कि अब शायद माओइज्म या नक्सलिज्म खत्म हो गया, लेकिन ये समझना शायद सही नहीं है. Still it is alive, I mean it is not completely gone, so we have to be very cautious here as well. ठीक है, इसी सब की बात कर रहे हैं. तो he is giving the detailed example of previous attacks and all. तो अब इसमें इतना डिटेल नहीं जाना है, तो इतना फैक्ट्स वगैरह पर आपको उतना नहीं जाना, बस एक बेसिक आइडिया होना चाहिए. हाँ, ये एक अनफॉर्चुनेट न्यूज है. MiG-21 crashed in Rajasthan house, 3 killed and actually the pilot got survived. तो पायलट तो इजेक्ट हो जाते हैं ना, तो बच जाते हैं जनरली. देखो ये है MiG-21. This we have taken it from Russia. Okay, and देखो डिजाइन करने वाली ग्रुप जब मिकोवन गोरेव करके, ठीक है. अब इसमें बहुत क्रिटिसिज्म हुआ है कि ये बहुत ओल्ड है, ये इट हैज बीन प्रोड्यूस्ड मेनी इयर्स बैक. सो देयर हैव बीन अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म दैट वी नीड टू रिप्लेस दिस एज सून एज पॉसिबल. इसको जल्दी से रिप्लेस कर देना चाहिए, नहीं, बिकॉज ये बहुत पुरानी हो गई है और ये कई बार जो है एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है. इफ यू हैव सीन इट, इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग द न्यूज, मेनी टाइम्स यू हैव सीन दिस न्यूज कि MiG-21 गॉट क्रैश्ड, और उसको बहुत सारे लोग क्रिटिसिज्म भी किया है लोगों ने. पीपल हैव क्रिटिसाइज्ड इट दैट इट हैज टू बी फेज्ड आउट एज सून एज पॉसिबल. जितना जल्दी हो सके इसको हटा देना चाहिए एयरफोर्स से, नई इंप्रूव्ड टेक्नोलॉजी वाली जेट यूज करना चाहिए. MiG-21 has become quite old, so there have been a lot of criticism. In fact, many foreign air force officers have also written article that we have to replace it as soon as possible. माओइस्ट क्या है? नक्सलाइट्स जो होते हैं उन्हीं के माओइस्ट कहते हैं, नक्सलाइट्स. ठीक है, हाँ, ओके, यस. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग टॉक्ड अबाउट. तो जब प्लेन से गिरा तो 3 लोगों की डेथ हो गई वहां पे जो लोग थे सिविलियंस. ओके, सो जस्ट हैव एन आइडिया अबाउट इट. So in June last year also a twin-seater MiG-21 got crashed in Rajasthan, killing both the pilots. उसमें तो दोनों pilots का भी डेथ हो गया था, तो इसीलिए that was very much in the news. So MiG-21 आपको पता होना चाहिए थोड़ा सा. We have taken from USSR. In new Quad meet with US, Saudi Arab, UAE, Doval discusses infrastructure plans in Gulf. ठीक है, तो एक तो क्वाड है जिसमें यूएस, जापान, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इंडिया है. ठीक है, एक नई क्वाड की, न्यू क्वाड की बात हो रही है, जैसे उसमें यूएस, सऊदी अरब, यूएई है. तो इसको थोड़ा सा पढ़ लेना. मिस्टर अजित डोवाल, ही इज अ नेशनल सिक्योरिटी एडवाइजर ऑफ इंडिया, ही वाज आल्सो प्रेजेंट देयर. ठीक है, एक कुछ आर्टिकल इधर है. कूनू नेशनल पार्क विच इज एक्चुअली इन मध्य प्रदेश. चीताज हैव बीन बॉट फ्रॉम नामीबिया एंड साउथ अफ्रीका. आई होप यू आर अवेयर ऑफ दिस. तो 5 चीता को वाइल्ड में यानी ओपन रिलीज किया जाएगा, फ्री रोमिंग कंडीशन में ना. ठीक है, मतलब केज से बाहर निकाला जाएगा. तो ये इसी पे न्यूज में था. ठीक है, so I hope you are aware, last year in from Namibia and this year from South Africa, cheetahs were brought to Kurnu National Park, which is actually in Madhya Pradesh and all. ठीक है, just have an idea. DGC asked Go First to stop selling flight tickets immediately. We also discussed few days back that it had filed for bankruptcy. Everything is not fine with Go First, and they are actually saying कि we need actually we are not able to pay back our loan, so they approached National Company Law Tribunal. ठीक है, ये सब हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था. So DGCA, that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation, it is you can say sort of a regulatory body which regulates all the aviation related matters. It has said कि अब आप टिकट बेचना बंद कीजिए, इसलिए कि आपका प्लेन तो चलेगा नहीं. So maybe there have been a lot of issues and all, so stop selling tickets and all. So that is what DGCA has directed. So DGCA, Directorate General of Civil Aviation, it actually is a statutory body now under Aircrafts Amendment Act 2020. ठीक है, Xi Jinping to host first meet with all Central Asian leaders. So Xi Jinping is the president of China and he will be hosting all Central Asian leaders. There is India, ये सब Central Asia कहलाता है. कजाकिस्तान, उज्बेकिस्तान, तुर्कमेनिस्तान, ताजिकिस्तान, किर्गिस्तान. So leaders from these countries will be invited perhaps in Beijing, है ना. बीजिंग में लिखा है ना, कहाँ आएंगे? हाँ, yes, Beijing. Beijing said on Monday as it influences region and all. So ठीक है, so they will be invited to Beijing to have some talks and all. ठीक है, तो ये न्यूज में था, इसको देख लेना. Summit is in the historic city of Xi'an. अच्छा, बीजिंग में नहीं होगा, Xi'an is a place in China. आप देख लेना कहाँ पर exactly where actually this summit will happen. ठीक है, okay. So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and download the BYJU'S exam prep app. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Please press the like button. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.